if you leave the history of India from 1950 to about 70 aside, I think from the 70s, there was an interventionist era in Indian judiciary. And they've been interventionists ever since. And as long as interventions have carried out, there has been criticism. So I don't think it's true in the last few years the courts have been interventionist. I would say it's the reverse. If anything, in the last few years, the courts have been a little less interventionist than they have been in the past. To the extent that when there are a few notable exceptions, then they make headlines because there are notable exceptions. Now that could be because those judgments needed to be given. I'm not necessarily making a comment. But I think there is a general tendency to believe, and I'll call out one particular judgment, the way Gopal also mentioned the PMLA, and we can talk about the PMLA, how that was upheld by the courts. Now that's hardly an interventionist action on the part of the judiciary. The role of the judiciary ultimately has to be to protect the fundamental rights of its citizens. It's not to do politics. It's not to make other decisions for the country. The role of the court is ultimately to safeguard every individual citizen of the country. And when it does so, it's not being interventionist. It's only doing its job.